All right, so let's talk breakfast sandwiches. You know those mornings when you just can't face another bowl of cereal?
Oh, tell me about it.
You're craving something savory, something satisfying. You want something that will actually hold you over until lunchtime.
Right, something that's actually going to stick with you.
Exactly. And that's why we're diving into high-protein breakfast sandwiches today.
I love it. It's so easy to underestimate the power of a protein-packed breakfast.
It really is.
We often think about just feeling full, but it's more than that.
It's
It's
true.
about having that stable energy level throughout the morning.
Yeah, explain that a little more.
Okay, so protein takes longer to digest than carbohydrates, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means it helps prevent those blood sugar spikes and crashes.
Oh, those are the worst.
Exactly. And when those happen, you end up feeling sluggish and reaching for another quick fix.
So basically, it's like choosing between kindling and a log for your fire.
I like that analogy. It's that slow burn versus a quick burst of flame, and then you're left with nothing.
Exactly. Protein is like that slow-burning log that keeps you going strong.
I love it. And think about it this way. When your blood sugar is stable, you can actually focus better.
Mm.
You can concentrate. You have the energy to power through those morning tasks.
And we all know how important protein is for building and repairing tissues, which is extra important after we've been, resting all night.
Absolutely.
So we've established protein is key,
Definitely.
but let's get into specifics. We dug up some really great recipes for high-protein breakfast sandwiches, and the first one seems pretty basic. The egg and avocado sandwich.
You can't go wrong with a classic.
Right. But here's where it gets interesting. They suggest using a poached egg instead of frying it.
Oh, that's a good move. There's actually a reason for
I
that.
was hoping you'd explain.
So poaching an egg actually helps it retain more nutrients.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, especially those B vitamins. They're really sensitive to heat. Plus, you get that runny yolk.
Oh, the best.
Creamy, delicious.
Mm.
And it goes perfectly with the avocado.
And speaking of avocado, it's not just for taste. It's so good for you. Packed with those good fats, fiber, vitamins.
Such a nutritional powerhouse.
And I did pick up a pro tip from one of the recipes. Adding a squeeze of lemon juice to your avocado, not only does it add a nice fresh flavor, it also stops it from turning brown.
Oh, that's a good one. Stops that oxidization.
Exactly. Now, what about when you're on the go and need to grab something quick? We found a great recipe for a turkey, bacon, and spinach breakfast wrap.
Ah, that's a good one.
I love that it's portable and packs in some veggies without even trying.
Right, it's all about getting those nutrients in.
Exactly. And I noticed that they specifically call for whole wheat tortillas. There's got to be a reason for that.
Oh, absolutely. We're talking fiber.
Okay, but why is that type of fiber so important?
So whole wheat tortillas, they have this fiber called soluble fiber. And basically what it does is it absorbs water in your digestive system.
Okay, I'm with you.
And when it absorbs that water, it creates this gel-like substance.
Interesting.
And that gel slows down digestion.
Ah, so that's how it keeps us feeling fuller for longer? So we can say goodbye to those mid-morning energy crashes.
Exactly. Precisely. And there's an added bonus.
What's that?
Slower digestion also helps regulate blood sugar levels.
Oh, wow. It's all connected.
It really is. It all comes back to that balance we were talking about.
I'm starting to see a theme here. Making these small swaps, like choosing whole wheat over white flour, can make a big difference in how we feel throughout the morning.
100%. Small changes, big results.
Speaking of smart swaps, this next recipe blew my mind. It's the peanut butter banana protein sandwich. It sounds like a treat,
I know, right?
but it's actually so good for you.
It just goes to show that you don't need a million ingredients
It's true.
to have a delicious and nutritious breakfast.
So what do we need for this one? I'm ready to upgrade my breakfast game.
All right, so we're talking whole grain bread. Again, with those whole grains, we want that fiber.
Of course.
Then we need natural peanut butter, and I mean the kind where the only ingredient is peanuts.
So important to check those labels.
You know it. And of course, a ripe banana.
Sounds easy enough. So how do we put it all together?
Okay, so we're going to spread a generous layer of that natural peanut butter onto our whole grain bread.
Okay.
Then you slice up your banana, use half or a whole one if you're feeling extra hungry,
Love that.
and you arrange those banana slices on top of that peanut butter.
Easy peasy.
Then you top it off with the other slice of bread.
Yeah.
You've got yourself a breakfast sandwich that tastes like a treat, but fuels your body like a champ.
And I remember from the recipes we looked at that a sprinkle of cinnamon is a nice touch.
Yes,
Huh?
cinnamon. Not only does it taste amazing,
It does.
it's got its own health benefits too.
Like what?
Well, for one, it's known for its anti-inflammatory properties.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
It can even help regulate those blood sugar levels.
So it's like a little bonus on top of an already great breakfast.
Exactly.
This is amazing. I had no idea. There were so many delicious ways to start the day with a protein boost.
The possibilities are really endless. And the best part is these recipes are just a jumping off point. You can add your own twist, experiment with different flavor combinations, maybe try adding different veggies, or even switch up the type of bread you use.
You've officially inspired me to step up my breakfast game.
I love to hear it.
Okay, so for our listeners out there, I want you to think about this. What if we started looking at breakfast not just as a meal, but as an opportunity? A chance to fuel our bodies and minds for the day ahead. What could you achieve with that kind of energy and focus?
No, that's something to think about.
And you know what else caught my eye about this wrap? They specifically say to use whole wheat tortillas. There's got to be a reason they chose that over white or spinach tortillas.
Yeah, right. It's all about the fiber.
Okay, but why is that type of fiber so important?
So whole wheat tortillas, they have this fiber called soluble fiber. And what it does is it absorbs water in your digestive system.
Okay.
And when it absorbs the water, it creates this gel.
Okay.
And that gel slows down digestion.
Ah, that makes sense. So we stay fuller for longer.
Exactly. It prevents those mid-morning energy crashes.
It all comes back to that balance.
It does.
This is really making me realize how making even small swaps, like choosing whole wheat instead of white flour, can make a difference.
Exactly. Small change, big results.
Speaking of smart swaps, get this.
You know, this whole deep dive has really opened my eyes.
Me too.
It doesn't have to be complicated to eat well in the morning, even if you're busy.
I'm feeling inspired to rethink my whole routine. These recipes are proof that we can have delicious, satisfying, and good-for-you meals, even on the busiest of mornings.
100%. And it's not just about the food itself. It's about being mindful of what we're putting into our bodies and how those choices affect our energy, our focus, even our mood throughout the day.
Absolutely. Well said. So, for our listeners out there, here's a little something to think about. What if, instead of just eating breakfast, we saw it as an investment? We're investing in our well-being. Imagine what you could accomplish if you started each day feeling energized, focused, and ready to tackle whatever comes your way.